Hey everybody, Splint here. Welcome to Splint Reacts. If you are a returning subscriber, then guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much to everybody for their patience while I have been dealing with a mystery illness. I still don't really know what's wrong and I'm still not quite 100%. But I feel well enough to be filming, so that's a good sign. All right, where did we leave off with Scrubs? JD's brother, Dan, was in town in the last episode and he kind of got another talking to from JD, and I think if he comes back, hopefully we see a little bit more character progression for Dan, but it was good to see the actor back. I don't know if I said it before, but I am a big Arrow fan or Arrowverse fan, so I do remember watching him as, Harrison Wells. But I do hope, I hope if he comes back, we've got something a little bit different for him. So I guess that was like the big takeaway from the last two episodes. As I said, guys, season 5 has been absolutely mint. I have loved it. We've only got 6 episodes left before we wrap up and head into season 6. So maybe we're not gonna see Carla showing until the beginning of season 6, and maybe that's the mid-season finale for next year. One thing that I will say about it though is that I'm so glad that they decided to include that storyline for Carla and Turk. I think that anytime a couple wants to have a baby and they're struggling to conceive, it's so real. So I'm really grateful for that. I think it's a really great plot point. So guys, with that being said, let's get into season 5, episode 19, which is called His Story 3. Enjoy the reaction.
Turk and Carla were converting my old bedroom into a nursery, so I helped paint a mural for the new baby. Done.
Oh, hell no.
That's so sick.
If Junior gets scared, he can always climb into bed with us. That's what I did with my mom.
Wait, do they know they're having a boy?
Christmas, I walked in on Turk and his mom cuddling together in bed.
Turk gets defensive when it comes to his mother.
I think you're just jealous because your mom's dead.
You are driving to the cemetery, cleaning up my mom's grave, and asking her for forgiveness.
I hate having to ask for forgiveness.
Thinking about Turk and Carla becoming parents made me think about my own mom and how much she probably misses me. I bet she wishes she could see what life is like around here through my eyes.
Where the hell have you been?
I'm making a video postcard. Do you have a message for my mom?
No, but since she brought you into the world, I do have a message for her uterus. Bad uterus. Don't do that anymore.
She had a hysterectomy last month, but I'm sure I can just edit over that part.
Let's go see Mr. McNair.
Oh, do we have another guest star?
Check his vitals, Ava.
Why does he call you a girl's name?
The closer he feels to a person, the more he needs to push them away. He's actually saying, JD, I care about you. Vulnerable people like
Oh my
Cox.
God. I get it now. Carol, 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 Carol. Carol,
Jerk!
Carol,
Toby!
What?
Carol,
I'm relatively
Carol,
certain the computer
Carol,
is broken.
Carol.
I felt bad for Mr. McNair, but I was off until 6 tonight, so I decided to grab a quick nap in the sun.
Oh god. Oh my god, are we gonna follow Janitor?
With Dorian taken care of, I'm not sure how I should spend my day. Suppose I could clean. God help me, that one still makes me laugh. Oh no, it's Black Kojak and Scary Nurse Wife.
Black Kojak.
You are glowing. Free and clear.
Have you seen JD?
No.
I wish I'd thought of athletic apparel when I was going
What
through
is
my
that?
midlife
What's
crisis.
the
It'd have been a
thing
hell of a
again?
lot cheaper than a cigarette boat named Dr. Feelgood.
That laughing had better not be aimed in my direction, bro.
Dude, bros don't even use bro. You're not as hip as you think you are.
And you are?
I'm black. He gave us a lifetime supply of cool to compensate. Just like he knew white people would be rhythmically challenged, and he gave you all this dance.
Oh my god, the stereotypes.
Last I checked, you had a nerdy white best friend, you enjoy Neil Diamond, and you damn sure act like a black guy, and these...
My god.
I'm a huge supporter of the NAACP, and if you don't know what that stands for, it is the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. Thought they should change the colored people to African Americans, but then of course it wouldn't be the NAACP, it would be the N-Quad A, or NA.
Oh my god, Perry.
Leads me back to my original point. Do I think you're black? Nah.
Well, look, you guys, I could go into a whole thing about blackness and what goes on in our own community about things like colorism, but I won't.
Want me to keep you company? I don't mind. I'm just working on my own stuff today anyway. I'm a bit of an inventor. I want to show you my latest one. Pens draw. Perfect.
Nope.
Except I don't like that cola. Tastes like ink.
Why?
Dr. Reed, would you mind explaining to me why you called the chief of surgery to consult on a cellulitis patient yesterday?
I wasn't even here yesterday.
Yeah, but your interns were, and their mistakes are your mistakes. Whether it's an unnecessary consult.
Oh.
You guys, I'm sick and tired of all of your careless mistakes. Lisa, why isn't this GI bleeder on telemetry? And Keith, I know that you had a 12-hour shift yesterday, but that is no excuse for not turning in your patient histories.
Elliot, you dragged me to dinner and made me play Scrabble all night.
Responsibility, Keith, okay?
Fine, do them tonight.
Oh, you can't.
Are they gonna break up?
Go work.
Aren't you the big badass attending?
You know, I got to where I am on my own, okay?
Nobody helped you out in the beginning, huh?
Dr. Cox was my attending. He was nice enough to keep track of the number of times he made me cry.
Nobody gets anywhere without help.
Dr. Cox, if I wasn't a black man, could I do this? That's game, all right? That's game. You got next?
Yeah, I got next.
Oh, I feel like Cox is gonna school him.
Lonnie, play with Dr. Cox.
Go!
Turk's about to get schooled. I see it coming.
Dr. Turk is not aware that Lonnie was on conference at Villanova.
Laverne, would you go ahead and thank what's-his-name for me?
Jesus?
That's him.
Lisa, why did you order 100 units of insulin for Mrs. Best?
No, that's only 10 units. I just put a smiley face after the 0.
Hey, janitor! Come here, would you hold her legs down, please?
This is it. I'm in the show. Dr. Jan Itor.
Dr. Jan Itor.
This is easy. Just like drowning someone.
Okay.
What does he do in his spare time besides taxidermy?
Good job.
Good job.
Oh my god, he's so tall. I know, I say it every episode.
I'll go talk to Dr. Reed. It won't be a big deal.
Who did it, Carla?
You had your moment of glory. No need to make a big deal out of it. Hey! Slow down, buddy. What's the hurry? Come here! I want to tell you a little story. It feels good to get a little attention. I'll tell you one thing. Feet's falling flat on your...
Holy moly. That'd have been really embarrassing if you were black.
Great.
Carla, I need to know who's responsible for this.
Or lying to cover someone's ass.
I don't know.
For once, I didn't feel like a jerk.
Is he still talking about holding that patient's legs?
Imagine how it must feel being here and knowing you don't even make a difference.
I know I make a difference around here.
Hey, Joe.
They don't know how different it would be if I wasn't here.
Hey, Joe.
Oh my god, stop it.
Mrs. Best received an inordinate amount of insulin. Now, I want to know who screwed up.
Elliot? You're wasting your time. They're never gonna rat each other out.
I am sleeping with one of those interns. Now, seeing as I've already gotten Keith to pee sitting down,
Oh my god.
I'm betting that I'm probably going to be able to get him to talk. Keith, meet me in the caf in half an hour.
Keith, you better not tell her who did it.
But Elliot scares me.
I am an underpaid pregnant nurse from the block who over the next 6 months will become fatter and angrier. Now, who are you really afraid of?
Can we get it?
No.
Look at him.
Hey! Hell, whoa.
I didn't even realize they weren't in the mini.
What I'm gonna do is we gonna pimp this out. We gonna throw some 22s on it.
And a DVD player so the kids can watch Elmo.
Sometimes around here, it feels like humiliation is contagious. I didn't exactly fix your computer. I think I might have voided your warranty.
I am not going to tell you who messed up with Mrs. Best.
I just wanted to grab a cup of coffee. Oh, and introduce you to my mom.
Mom, that makes me sound so old. Have you ever seen Chubby Elliot?
No.
Well, if you want to see it, just break up with her and wait a couple of weeks. When she's depressed, she hits a bag of Doritos like there's diamonds at the bottom.
I can handle weird.
I'm sorry. The light just hit you so perfectly. I had to have a taste.
It was Lisa. I would have told you earlier, but someone told me not to.
Who told you not to?
That was so awkward.
I know I'm black. I'm reminded all the time. Patient doesn't want a black doctor. People think I know the score to every NBA game. And I told you what happened last week.
Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. Hey, what's up, dog? Nice to meet you.
How fun.
I don't know if you know this, but overnight I went from Chris Turk stud to Grandpa Turk, the guy who wears overalls and does embarrassing dances at cookouts.
You do that now.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, there is literally nothing wrong with that. Turk is so cool. I love Turk.
Telling me the wrong time, Frank. I was 45 minutes late for my Oriental massage. I've accepted the fact that you're useless around here. Maybe you could just try a little harder not to make things worse.
So you know what he doesn't get? Is that I could have been a janitor anywhere. When I got out of college, I had offers, man. Morgan Stanley, DuPont. I've been considered taking a year off and cleaning my way across Europe. You know, I'm not kidding myself. I know I don't have the most important job in the world, but I work in a place that helps people, and I always thought that I was part of that. Who cares?
Have you seen Carla?
I'm feeling a lot of things in this episode, actually. I think there's a lot of good storylines intertwined in this one.
Carla covered for one of my interns and then lied to my face about it.
Of course she did. If an intern got hammered by their attending and stripped of what little self-confidence they have every time they messed up, there wouldn't be any interns left.
These kids need to start standing on their own.
You got that right, sister, because you definitely got where you are all on your own.
You sure as hell didn't give me any help.
I didn't say I did.
Her angry walk.
Well, Dr. Cox is gonna kill me.
Dr. Cox doesn't have to
Wow,
find
that's
out.
the season one
Just
hand.
promise me that you're gonna practice repositioning the swans.
I promise. Okay.
Hope you don't mind me hanging out all day talking to you. You lost your computer, and I thought maybe you were a little bit lonely. I've been lonely around here. I just hope I helped.
Nobody's buying it. Here we go.
Be so pruny.
I guess being locked up all day makes you appreciate the things that really matter.
Hey, did I ever thank you for all the help that you've given me over the years?
Don't sweat it.
The importance of family.
What up, dog?
My goodness, I love that the doll is a black doll because they're actually not that old. They weren't common when I was a kid.
And there you go, Mr. McNair.
Thank you.
Don't mention it.
I wasn't talking to you.
Aww. Okay, so do I think that was the funniest episode? No. But it was an episode of actually really great substance. And I think that all of the storylines were really interesting. I think that Elliot and Carla were really dealing with, you know, that storyline of personal relationship versus professional relationship. It was really cool to watch Elliot come around at the end of that episode. I know that the joke is the janitor doesn't clean, but like, just imagine if we didn't have our maintenance workers, our garbos, our electricians, like all of these people who you don't need them until you do kind of thing. Like even when COVID came, like imagine if people weren't still out taking our rubbish, like it would be a massive problem. So they are so valuable. And I don't know, I feel like we really need to appreciate all of the people who go out and do that kind of work. And I don't know what it's like in other places, but I know that particularly for the garbos, they get paid very well. at least where I live, for the job that they do, because they are essential and we need them. Guys, I don't really like to get political on the channel, but sometimes things like this come up and you're watching these TV shows and these movies and they highlight real issues. So issues that are extremely political or you know, deal with things like race and sexuality and all that jazz. But it's very interesting, I think, to listen to Dr. Cox and Turk talk about stereotypes. But then you have to deal with things within your own community about what makes you black, and if you're black enough or if you're not black enough. If you do something a certain way, you're less black, or vice versa. I don't know. It's just like an ongoing discussion about what makes you good enough to be black. And then Turk being like, I know I'm black, I'm reminded every single day. Colorism's a real issue, I feel like, and it was sad to watch Turk, I think, after he, you know, told Carla, I'm reminded that I'm black every day. It's like watching him then from that point try and justify his blackness by playing basketball and doing those sorts of like stereotypical things. I don't know, it was a little bit sad, but like thankfully this show keeps it light, so it didn't, you know, get too heavy. But I feel like I just have to highlight it because it's such an issue, and it's not just the US, it's happening all across the world. Look, I don't know what the show is called, but I've seen clips of like this trashy show where they pop a balloon, right? And all of the women are black women, and it's a black contestant, but they pop their balloons and they give these really stupid reasons because somebody's like a contestant is light skin or the dude is dark skin. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Anyways, thank you for listening to my TED Talk. All right, guys, let's move on to episode 20 before I get even more heated. This one is called My Lunch.
It was time for my new daily ritual, asking Dr. Cox to lunch. Hey, Dr. Cox, what are you doing for lunch? Not having it with you.
Not.
Good luck eating. This is every spoon from the cafeteria. And guess what? Today just happens to be soup and frozen yogurt day.
I was gonna be like, why doesn't he use a fork?
Normally I'd tell you something harsh right about now, like, we're not friends, but then you'll just grin that stupid grin and shake your head back and forth, like, how could that possibly be true?
Because it's ludicrous.
Just give me a spoon, will you please? Oh, for goodness sake.
You've called my bluff.
I'm having a weird pregnancy craving. Hey, JD, if you go out, would you get me a hot Italian sausage?
I got a hot Italian sausage for you right here. People think I just luck into these situations, but it's really a lot of hard work.
Did I not know Todd was Italian? I don't think I did.
Hey, Rebecca, you got that echinacea for me? Just kidding. You know I think all this stuff is voodoo. Good to see you.
Oh, thank
Hey,
you,
it looks like
echinacea.
somebody else is sick of that cafeteria stuff, huh?
Are those pickles?
Dear God, could this be any more of a nightmare?
Guys!
Yes, it could.
Oh, it's the chatty lady! Tracy!
What are you doing here? I was supposed to meet a guy for a date. I know what you're thinking. A Tuesday lunch date at the supermarket. He is so not into her. Well, guess what? He's not. How many more guys from my yoga class can totally reject me without me just saying, enough, you know? You guys want to grab some lunch?
Oh, we have to get back to the hospital.
Bummer. Trail mix.
She's so bubbly.
One of those emergencies I should probably go to. How are
The
things?
sound effect.
You know that's stealing.
Oh, come on, Rebecca. Everybody's doing it. I won't tell anyone if you don't.
Security!
Security?
We've got a grazer.
I don't think...
I've only ever seen people do that with grapes, but...
Today was a busy day at Sacred Heart. We had 3 separate patients waiting for transplants. There was Mrs. Sykes, who needed a new liver.
I was gonna say, she looks a little...
Needed a new heart valve. And then there was Dr. Cox's guy, Dave Bradford.
So liver and his kidney, and I forgot what the middle guy was.
As I lie in bed each morning and ask myself why I should put both my feet on the floor, there are precious few reasons that I've ever been able to come up with. Scotch. It's too early to drink it, yes, but people, it is never too early to think about. And the ever-present possibility that I might finally happen upon Hugh Jackman and be able to give him the present that I've been holding for him. Bam! The most persuasive argument I've ever been able to come up with is the fact that I get to come here, to this hospital, every day and help keep people alive.
I actually go into Scrubs wondering if there's going to be a Hugh Jackman reference now. So it makes me laugh. Oh my god, he had like 2 pretzels.
JD?
Hey, Jill.
I was thinking there was like a 15% chance that the guy who blew me off yesterday just got his days wrong and would be here waiting with roses. Is that sad?
It's not sad.
Is she gonna latch onto him now?
What'd you do last night?
Turk made me watch Anaconda with him.
Oh, is that the one with the giant snake?
No, this is the one with the giant snake.
I've never seen Anaconda, but I know that's Ice Cube and J-Lo, I think.
How could your intern Lisa sleep with him? She's a tramp with no morals.
I never slept with the Todd.
Lisa is sweet, and people just don't give her a chance.
I wonder who else Todd lied about sleeping with.
Are you kidding me?
Todd, is he the big black security guard with the hook hand?
No.
Then no.
I remember him. I don't know his name, but I remember him.
Cafeteria stinks and I can't go to the grocery store because apparently crazy Jill Tracy lives there. Every time I try and shop, she follows me around like I'm her only friend in the world. It's pathetic.
You probably are her only friend. He'll end up having a nice lunch with her at the end. Is my prediction.
You know, my brother Barry used to brag about all the girls he was dating right before he quit JV baseball and started dancing for Japanese businessmen.
Todd's not gay.
Turk, he has leather jeans in like 3 different colors.
All right.
Give me the update here.
You guy Bradford's electrolyte and fluid balance are stable.
Mr. Dennison isn't looking so good. He's on max inotropes and still in failure.
Mrs. Sykes is fully encephalopathic. Her ammonium level's through the roof. She's circling the drain.
Come on now, let's try to keep these people alive. They say.
Dr. Dorian, can you help me? She was admitted a short time ago and she hasn't regained consciousness.
Jill.
Toxicant's positive for cocaine. Do you think she could have OD'd?
She had been stood up on a couple dates. She hadn't seen her shrink in a while.
How do you know all that?
She told me. With organ transplants, if there's good news for one doctor,
I've got her organs.
It probably means bad news for another.
I hope she doesn't go.
You can use her organs.
Oh.
It's amazing how quickly people improve once they get a new organ. Whether it's Mrs. Sykes with her new liver, Mr. Dennison with his new heart valve, or Dave.
How's that new kidney feel, huh?
A little loose, but I'll get used to it.
Yeah, you will. All right, people, gather around. Here we go. Now, I'm sure we all recognize just how rare it is to get a win like this, but seems as we are surrounded by...
Was JD gonna say something?
Since I am an egomaniac, first props come to me. You are some kind of superhero.
You're a god. You're a beautiful healer.
It was an extraordinary job done by each and every one of you.
I can't hear a word he's saying.
Be older, Bob.
I'm going to go over to my office and tinker with my new computer.
Ooh, what kind is it?
It's about 3:30. I heard what he said, people, but damn, that joke's a classic.
It made me laugh.
Don't you know I dole out compliments at most once a year, and like a squirrel, you must gather up these acorns of kind words to sustain you for the upcoming cold, sarcastic months.
Does he not know whose organs they were?
I'm the reason she's dead. Then he said the words I never expected to hear.
Why don't you and I go grab some lunch?
Aww, I'd love to see it. I'm so sad she's died though.
Leave the Todd alone, okay? Because every time you two meddle, you know who suffers? Me. Remember when the janitor took that chiropractic class and you guys wanted to encourage him?
On 3. 1, 2.
Ah!
Yes?
You're fine. We're doing this.
I love the chiropractor, guys. I don't know if anyone... Oh my god, it's like, it feels so good when it happens.
You know what I was thinking the whole time I was having lunch with Jill?
What's that?
God, this girl's annoying.
I saw her in that supermarket too, but I'm not torturing myself. She didn't come to the hospital looking for help. We just randomly bumped into her out here in the world. If a guy gets shot or if he has a heart attack and I am physically the closest doctor to him, I will intervene. Once you start blaming yourself for deaths that aren't your fault, my friend, that's a slippery slope that you can't come back from. I've seen it ruin a hell of a lot of good doctors, and I will not let it happen to you.
Because he said that, I knew it wouldn't.
I love that.
Todd, do you have a second?
I was actually on my way to the gym.
It's kind of what it's about.
Whoa! Did something happen to the gym?
Stop hiding, Todd.
We accept you.
No matter who you love.
Well, you were wrong. It went great. I mean, at first the Todd was a little emotional, but by the end of it, he was saying how happy he was that he didn't have to live a lie. And then he French braided my hair, and then he took it out because he said I could not pull it off.
How awesome is it going to be not having that inappropriate pig wandering the halls anymore?
Hey, Mickhead. Is that package for me? You know it is.
Todd, what are you doing?
I'm getting my gay on. Hey, buddy. You and I should totally have sex sometime.
See, I knew this was gonna come back to me.
So now it's a free-for-all.
Perry, the autopsy just came in on your donor.
Oh, she had the cocaine.
Good news for one person can mean bad news for another.
She died of rabies.
Rabies.
All of our transplant patients are infected. We now know what we're dealing with here. Let's get involved. We can do this.
How'd she get the infection? Did I miss something? I feel like I'm gonna have to... I might catch it in my edit.
I really gotta thank you gals for outing me. Chicks dig gay dudes.
So this whole thing was an act?
Oh my God, I cannot believe that I let you in that fitting room yesterday while I was trying on bras.
Ew.
Oh, it's cool if you want to walk away, ladies. Because I love to watch you go.
Nothing wrong with those. Nothing wrong with that either. Or that. Or that.
Jesus.
What the hell are you?
I'm the Todd.
Alright.
We did all we could over the next few days to keep the transplant patients going, but odds were against us. First, we lost Mrs. Sykes.
Oh, who sings this song again? Is it The Fray? They used this song in Grey's Anatomy as well. Sister, right?
Hey, hungry? There's no way you could have seen that coming. Rabies? Come on, there's like 3 reported cases a year.
I was obsessed with getting those organs.
You had to be. The fact is, those people were gonna die in a number of hours and you had to make a call.
Oh.
Now I got us lunch, and I think we should eat it. Right then I knew I was gonna pull
I
him
don't
out
know
of this.
what, like, the logistics are. Like, you would do a test probably to make sure that the organs are healthy. So they might have just not presented at the time they tested it. I don't know. Is my assumption anyways.
Oh, come on. Come on.
He wasn't about to die, was he, Nubby? Could have waited another month for a kidney.
Where are you going? Your shift's not over. Hey! Remember what you told me? The second you start blaming yourself for people's deaths,
There's no coming back.
Yeah.
I really enjoy these episodes where patients come back, but I should know by now that that's not a good sign because it's a medical show. So if it's a patient coming back to the hospital, it's probably not good, right? So like i.e. Brendan Fraser or Mrs. Wilkes. I think that episode was a really like steady decline for Dr. Cox, the whole 20 minutes. So like that was really interesting and compelling. He kind of went from like determined doctor to supportive mentor to, you know, success stories and then failure. And so it was a really compelling episode for him. Yeah, I'm sad that Jill is gone. I'm really sad. I really enjoyed her character. I'm trying to remember where she got the rabies from, if it highlighted that she went on a trip or something earlier in the episode, but I might catch it in my edit. Dr. Cox in those last 2 minutes, what's his name? The actor? Oh god, you can do it, Split. John C. McGinley, that was great from him. I think we've hit some heavy subject matter the last 2 episodes, but thankfully this show keeps it at a level where I don't feel like absolute dog shit afterwards, so that's nice. Anyways guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you enjoyed the reaction, please remember to like, comment and subscribe to the channel for future Scrubs reactions and other videos that will be dropping along the way. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace!